Welcome to another episode of The Edge. My name is Brooke Hazzard, and as a high school student, I know very little about AP courses and how they could help in the future. Now that I've learned about them, I wish I knew sooner. In 2016, Paul Weinstein, director of Johns Hopkins University's graduate program, evaluated the top 153 colleges and universities on their restrictions for AP credits. He found that 86% of the colleges were restricting AP credits. Nevertheless, students should be taking AP courses to benefit them. AP courses help students by A, cutting down tuition, B, learning what they are passionate about, and C, training students to be prepared for college classes. Many colleges give AP credits, but many students do not know all of the information. These certain restrictions all depend on the AP exam score, a scoring of 1 to 5. Many of the top schools are only accepting a score of 4 or a perfect 5. A score of 3 only shows a student as qualified and may not help, according to College Board. If those credits do count, they cut down the cost of college tuition. This could help if you are paying the tuition yourself. AP courses are tough classes designed for certain topics. They help many students learn their passions and develop what they want to major in. These courses also help others develop interests before college so they can be confident in their majors. It will also let many colleges have a clear picture on what students want to study. According to the U.S. Department of Defense Education Activity, approximately 85% of selective colleges and universities reported that they looked at whether or not a student had taken AP courses as part of their admissions decision. Many students are not prepared for college classes, and AP courses help prepare students for them. These courses are specifically designed as college-level classes. These classes help train many students to be prepared for the tough classes in college. Many of these classes prepare you to make the transition between high school and college classes. They also help prepare you to learn more in-depth material. According to Haley Edwards, studies show that students who took AP classes in high school score higher grades in college than those who didn't. This shows how AP classes should prepare you. With so many questions facing high school students, many kids face difficult decisions. To try and navigate the process, I've invited former Peters Township High School teacher, who is currently a college admissions counselor for College Admissions Solutions and an associate member of IECA. Chris Hitchens is here to help discuss the topic more. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Brooke.
I would like to start by asking you, why are colleges only accepting some AP credits?
One thing that did jump out at me, that so many colleges are restricting these credits, and these are the top level colleges. So this is Ivy League schools, Tier 1 schools, so they're restricting them for a number of reasons. One is, a lot of times it comes down to money. So students are taking so many AP classes, or many students are taking so many AP classes in high school that they can graduate a semester earlier, even a year early, so that's tuition money that colleges aren't going to get. Also, some of them are saying they're a little bit worried about the quality of the classes the students have been taking in high school, that they weren't totally prepared for college level classes. And the AP classes are intended to be college level. They were saying maybe they weren't sufficiently preparing them for the college classes they'd take when they reach the university.
Okay, then how do colleges decide whether an AP class is, as you were saying, like, trying to think of the word, like, worth or?
Every college is different. So usually the Ivy League schools, the Tier 1 schools, the colleges that are very selective, they're the ones, as you said, most likely to restrict credits. Sometimes they'll require a 4 or a 5. Sometimes they'll only accept a few college credits. So a student may take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or more AP classes in high school, but they will only accept so many credits. The college will. Now, a lot of state schools and public schools, so if you want to go to Pitt or Penn State or Slippery Rock, they will take all your AP credits that you're in high school, if you pass the AP test. So they'll take your 3s and your 4s and your 5s. So the schools that aren't as selective, that aren't as tough to get into are more likely not to restrict your AP credits.
Is that more of like a budget thing, or like why do they accept more and not the Ivy?
So what you said was exactly right. Taking an AP class better prepares you for college classes. And students who take AP classes are much less likely to drop out of college. So 1/3 of all kids who go to college drop out completely.
Oh.
So 1/3 of the kids drop out. So you can imagine you just spent 1 or 2 or more years of your life in college, plus you paid all that money, you now have student loans, and you could have been in the workforce and you just drop out in the last 2 years of your life. It's horrible. So the students who do take AP courses are more likely to stay in and graduate. So that's beneficial to them. Upper tier colleges and Ivy League schools, they don't have a problem attracting students at all. So you figure there's about 40,000 high schools in the United States. So that means there's like 40,000 valedictorians, probably even more.
Yeah.
So let's say there's 40,000 valedictorians in the United States. Upper tier Ivy League schools, there's only 20,000 spots in those schools. That means 20,000 kids who are valedictorians of their high school are not getting into an upper level college. So that being said, so yes, taking the AP class, so those upper level schools, everyone who goes to the upper level, the Ivy League schools, tier 1 schools, they're all taking all the AP classes. So the AP courses to them aren't that important. But if you're going to go to Penn State or Pitt, and they see different students and say, well, this student took a number of AP courses in what they're going to major in, I'm definitely going to lean towards giving that, looking towards offering that student acceptance. So those schools that get a lot of applications and they accept a lot of students, it helps them narrow down the field. So for the Pitt, the Penn State, the Slippery Rocks, awesome schools, all of them, it helps them narrow down which students to offer acceptance to. Because Ivy League, they get all the 4.0s, 4.5s, and the perfect SATs. AP classes isn't really a deciding factor for them.
Okay, so then why should students be taking them if it's not a deciding factor if they want to go to a top college?
Well, if you don't take them and you want to get into a top college, it's going to count against you. So just because everyone who does get accepted into these upper level colleges, they are taking multi-AP courses. So if you don't take them, it will affect you. I'm just saying, since everyone who's accepted is taking them, they don't really consider, since you took 5 AP courses and this student took 5 AP courses, and every other student took 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 AP courses. It's not a deciding factor because everybody's doing it. At different state schools, which again are great, if you took 5 AP courses, but another student took 1 or 2 AP courses, then definitely I'm going to be looking at you as a stronger candidate.
Okay, I understand that, like, you're more prepared and they want.
Exactly, right.
So then how do colleges decide, like, which ones they want to accept? Like, because I know credits, they sometimes won't count.
Right.
Then how do they decide that?
Every college is different. It's very strange, and sometimes there's just no rhyme or reason to their decision-making policies. So we don't know. So there's some colleges who really focus on certain types of majors. Some colleges are very oriented towards science. Some colleges are liberal art colleges, very oriented toward literature and history, liberal arts, things like that, political science. And so it may not be as important to them that if you're going to a liberal arts school, that your science AP courses are that important. That being said, every college just makes their own decisions, and there are just so many things about the college application process and decision-making process that we just don't know. So there's no cut and dried policy. So nobody explains why they're only taking 4s and 5s when so many other colleges are taking 3s. Sometimes we just don't know.
So it all depends on the major, pretty much, like which credits are accepted and not? Like,
not necessarily. It really depends on what the college emphasizes, what they deem important.
Okay.
Now, so when you're applying to college, that's one thing students should be investigating. There's ways to find out what the college emphasizes and what kind of students are actually getting into the college. In fact, you can go onto the college website, and there are sometimes hidden spots on the website. It'll tell you, what do we value? Do we value a rigorous curriculum? Did you take all the courses that you were prepared to take? Did you really push yourself? Is that important to you? Did you get high scores? Or your SAT scores very high?
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of extracurricular activities? Did you do a lot of outside community service? Were you a leader? So when you're in the National Honor Society, did you try to, were you looking for a leadership position like being president? So those things, you look those up. In some colleges, highly focused. Some colleges, it's not that big of a deal. But you look at a college like Denison University. It's about 3 hours west in Ohio. It's a great school. Only about 2,200 kids. They're awesome. And they graduate almost everybody. SAT scores and grade point average are not their greatest focus. They're looking for neat kids who could be leaders, kids who are involved in things. So they're looking for, they do the whole package. So your AP classes may not be that great of influence if you're trying to get into a school like Denison.
Okay.
But
yeah.
every college is different, and you just have to investigate and research what they want.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, it all depends on the colleges. And so then how do, high schools decide which credits they are going to implement in their schools?
Every high school is different. And every high school has certain emphasis, has a certain clientele. So Peters Township has the opportunity to offer a great deal of AP courses. They have students who are interested. They know these students are probably are going on to higher education. They have students who have asked for these courses, have lobbied the school to introduce these classes. They believe they'll fill the courses. They have the teachers who are not only qualified, but are willing to go through the training, which is not an easy thing to do, to teach these courses. And sometimes there's cost involved. So if you're going to teach AP chemistry, there's a lot of cost involved in equipment and chemicals and things like that. So it really depends on what the community, it's really what the community wants.
Okay, but if I wanted to go to more of a science-based school and they didn't offer any at a high school I was going to, any AP courses, would that count towards being accepted if it wasn't even offered?
So if you're looking to go to a major in science at a selective school and your high school didn't offer AP courses, that I believe would be a detriment to your application, truly. Now there may be other factors in you, your personality, your leadership abilities, your outside interest, just your love of learning that may count in your favor, but not taking AP courses when you're a student who is passionate about that subject would be a deterrent. So even if you're passionate about that subject and the school offers the AP course and you don't take that course, that might be a red flag.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think that's all the questions we have for this segment. We'll be back right after this short break with Mr. Hitchens. Since we're back from this short break, I would like to dive in this section more into the benefits of AP credits and maybe their downfalls. But
Definitely.
I would like to ask you some more about high school credits and what if they what about the exams that are make the exam score the deciding factor towards getting the credit?
You mean the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of where that came from? I'm not really sure where that came from, but what the College Board doesn't want students to feel like they're failures if they took the class but didn't get credit for the college credit. So 1, it doesn't really correspond to an A, B, C, D, F. Like a 1's not a failure. 1 is you are familiar with the concept. 2, you have a reasonable understanding of this topic. 3 is you're proficient, so we're going to give you college credit. And then 4 and 5, very proficient, and you did excellent. I'm not sure where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they didn't want to make it an A, B, C, D, F type thing. Okay.
But since I know I'm a pretty bad test taker, it's just something that's I've been with all my life. So. But if I did really good in the class, but then I kind of freaked out on the exam and didn't do so well, what makes the exam sort of that point, even if you did really good during the whole year?
So the AP tests are a lot like the SATs and the PSATs. So they are standardized tests. So let's say you take the AP course and you love the class, you do really well in the class, you get an A in the class, you take the AP test, you get a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
That's normal. In fact, that's extremely common. In fact, there'll be whole high schools where no one passes the AP course, the AP test. So getting the AP credit is something something to be very proud of. But this is something you're passionate about. You're going to take this offering in college. You already have the college experience in high school. You're going to do excellent in that college class. So just because you don't get college credit, that doesn't have to be the main focus of why you take the AP course. So you should take, if you take the AP course, you should probably take the test. But that doesn't, if you don't get college credit, that doesn't mean your course was a waste of time. You have so much now insight. You have the textbooks are much more expanded in the AP courses, so you don't have this experience to carry on into college. So it just develops so many other skills. So I wouldn't feel like a failure if I didn't get college credit.
Okay, so, and you were saying like it develops many other skills, like
No doubt.
What other skills does it develop?
Well, it certainly develops reading skills, comprehension skills, definitely study skills.
Yes.
Time management skills, scheduling, things like that. Plus you're surrounded by other people, other students, the teacher, who are focusing on this one concept. I think it can definitely develop maturity. It can develop, you can go off on other tangents. So say you're interested in biology. And you say, okay, I'm interested in biology, I'm taking AP Bio, but there's so many other chemistry aspects in biology. You say, oh, you know what, that really interests me. I'm going to kind of go off on this other tangent, and other doors open up. So the more you read, the more you learn, the more your brain just expands and your interests grow. So I'd say definitely when you push yourself into something you're passionate about, it's well worth it, even if it's not a tangible benefit.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it does. So why, like, even so with all these benefits that you were saying, how makes it, how do these classes incorporate it into the curriculum? Well, not in it, but you benefit from it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, yeah, like with the question, like, sorry, but with what you were saying, how you gain all these benefits from it, how do these classes, like, do they teach it to you? Like, how do they get you to feel it? Like, I don't know, I'm sorry.
Well, if you're in an AP course, especially an AP science course, you're going to hit on so many topics, and there's going to be outside assignments. There's going to be things that are introduced that you're going to want to investigate on your own. You may bring in something like, a science fair or a research paper or things like that. Or maybe you may start looking at colleges that focus on this one aspect that you're very, very passionate about. So a lot of I think there's just could be a lot of self-discovery. Okay. These things you learn about yourself. You push yourself a little bit of stress on a person can be very helpful. Okay. It could be healthy. A lot of stress over long terms can be very unhealthy. So if you're taking too many AP courses, or if you're taking AP courses you're not really passionate about just because you want to be, you're comparing yourself to other students, things like that, that can be a detriment. So
there are, like, downfalls to taking AP credits as well as benefits?
There's downfalls and benefits to everything. So you can think of AP courses as like medicine. So some medicine is there to help you. But if you misuse it, or you take too much of it, you abuse it, it can cause a lot of issues. So this is what colleges are looking for. Colleges are looking for the student to take as rigorous set of coursework as they are able to handle without driving themselves crazy. Yeah. So if you get fantastic SAT scores, but you take no AP courses and your high school offers them, that's a red flag. Okay. But let's say you take every AP course the high school offers. Say you take 13 AP courses from freshman to senior year, but you don't do anything else. You have no extracurriculars, you have no outside clubs, no volunteering, you have no outside learning experiences on your own, nothing like that. That's a giant red flag for colleges. They will not, they want to see, I don't want to use the term well-rounded, but they want to see a student who can contribute in a lot of areas. So if you're taking AP courses to push your grade point average up, that's a whole nother topic. I think that can be a detriment. If you're taking AP courses that are really stressing you out, keeping you up till 3 in the morning, I think that's a huge detriment.
Okay.
They want students who are focused. So if you're really interested in science, for example, but you're taking every AP course that high school offers, colleges may be asking themselves why, or just looking for, and a lot of times you may have a very high GPA because you took a lot of AP courses, but what the college does, they unweight your GPA to see where you fit in with their college.
Oh, so I didn't know that they like unweighted the GPA to see if you like fit in. Mm-hmm. Why do they unweight it? Like,
well, a lot of high schools don't offer AP courses. Okay. So they just want to see, they need a level playing field for all the high schools. Yeah. And so they need this 4.0 GPA average to be equally applied to every student who applies to their college. So they will unweight them, and then they'll compare students. So if you're going for that, 4.5 or 5.0, you better make sure you get an A in that AP course.
Okay. How do the colleges unweight the GPA? Is there a certain process?
There's actually a formula that they use that they'll plug in the honors courses and the AP courses, and they'll bring them down to the regular 4.0 scale, and then they'll line them up, and they'll compare the students that way. So yeah, there's just a calculation that goes along with it. Okay.
So going back to what you were saying earlier about, like, I'd say the downfalls, like, why is there a reason why I shouldn't take any AP credits, or would you say that I should take at least one?
It depends on the student. So I would never say as a whole. I wouldn't go into the auditorium with all the students and say, yes, you must take at least one AP course, or you must take so many AP courses, or don't take AP courses. If the student is able to do well in an AP course, they should take the AP course. If this is something they're passionate about. So if they think they can handle this AP course, it interests them, they can see themselves in the future using this information in college, yes. So if you can handle the AP courses, that's what colleges are looking for. But you shouldn't drive yourself crazy taking all these extra courses that's ruining your life.
Okay, yeah. So is there anything I could do if I was taking them but I wasn't doing so well? Is there a way to get back up onto this horse I jumped on in the first place?
Definitely, yeah. So you've taken an AP course, it's not going so well. There's a lot of options. First, honestly, the first option is to get an outside tutor. Okay. That's what probably a lot of people do. There's other things like Khan Academy. I know the teachers in this it's very helpful. I know the teachers in this school, and they're extremely helpful. So if you went to any one of your teachers and say, I'm not doing so well, I need some extra help, I'm sure they would make that happen for you. So honestly, it's probably just a little bit of personalized attention. So that being said, if you feel that you're going to get a C in an AP course, it's better not to take the AP course.
Okay.
No doubt.
So if I was taking one and I didn't feel like I was going to pass, would it be okay to drop out, or should I stay in?
That's a tough one. That's one for you and your folks and your teacher, possibly the administration to figure out, because that'd be a tough one. If you're in the AP course and it's not going to go well, how do we make the best of the situation? So that's up to that would be a personal decision. So I'm not sure, but like I said, so if you're going into an AP course, you should be pretty sure that this is going to work out well for you. I mean, going into an AP course blind, so like I want to take AP Psych, but I'm not really sure what that means. I just want to take it because I need to boost my GPA. Even though it's an awesome course, I'm not sure that's my best way to go.
Okay, so if I was taking one, and what if I wasn't getting enough out of the course? What should I do then?
Again, that's going to be a personal decision. Whether you want to drop the course. I'm not sure that's I'm not sure that's a detriment, if that's a detriment or not. But that's just going to be a personal decision. There's no magic bullets. Like I said, teachers are extremely helpful in this school. So that'd be my first line of defense, is to talk to the teacher early, or else try to make the decision early in the year.
Okay, so going off of like how the teachers are good, do you think teachers should keep learning, and why do you think that?
Oh, no doubt. Yes, teachers continually learning. So even to teach an AP course, the school looks at the quality of the teacher. They look at this teacher's background, how they were trained. They probably look at their college grades. The teachers have to take their own outside courses, usually during the summer, just to be able to teach AP courses.
Okay.
So the AP teachers are highly trained, above and beyond other teachers, just for this AP course.
Yeah.
So they know how to teach the class, the material. They know how to write test questions that are appropriate for this course, that may not be appropriate for a normal class. So then that training never ends. You can talk to your teacher and say, they'll tell you, oh, this summer I had to do 6 weeks here, this summer I had to do 3 weeks here, just to keep up with things. And it's not only the material, but how to actually teach the material.
Okay, I think that's enough time we have for today. So AP courses may have their downfalls, but these courses still benefit you in the long run. They may help you pay some college tuition, but that may not be the case due to restrictions. But that is not the only plus. It may help you learn what you are passionate about and what you want to do. It also helps you prepare you for the hardships of college classes. And to add, many colleges also expect you to take AP classes, like Yale, who stated, "We only expect you to take advantage of AP courses if your high school provides them." Many colleges use this as a guideline to see if you are challenging yourself. Thank you for tuning in. This is an episode of The Edge.